Hello, my dear friends, and welcome. It's so lovely to have you here with me today as we delve into a topic that touches many of us deeply, yet is often spoken about only in hushed tones. We're going to explore the delicate interplay between how we see our bodies, specifically concerning an area like our midsection, and how that perception can influence our experiences with intimacy and our overall self-image. This isn't about quick fixes or societal pressures. It's about understanding compassion and fostering a deeper connection with ourselves and, by extension, with our partners. In our previous conversations, we've touched upon various aspects of health and well-being, including the physical considerations around belly fat. Today, however, we're shifting our focus inward to the emotional landscape that our body image cultivates, particularly within the sanctuary of our most personal relationships. We'll be exploring how feelings about our stomachs, a common area of concern for so many women, can impact our confidence, our willingness to be vulnerable, and the joy we find in closeness. It's a journey of the heart and mind, one that deserves gentle exploration and understanding. My hope is that this space feels like a warm embrace, a place where you can reflect and feel seen. We're going to walk through some common experiences and feelings, not to dwell on the negative, but to bring light and understanding to them. Because when we understand the roots of our self-perception, we empower ourselves to nurture a more loving and accepting relationship with the beautiful individuals we are at every stage of life. Let's begin this important conversation together. It's a truth many of us carry, sometimes silently, that the reflection we see can so profoundly influence how we feel, especially when it comes to our most intimate selves. Society, through countless images and messages, has often presented a very narrow ideal of what is considered attractive, particularly concerning a woman's midsection. This persistent narrative can lead to a woman associating a flatter toned stomach with her own sense of desirability and worth. When our bodies don't align with this often unrealistic ideal, perhaps due to life's natural changes or simply our unique, beautiful forms, it can be the starting point for a difficult internal conversation, one that unfortunately can spill over into our closest relationships, affecting how freely we allow ourselves to be seen and cherished. This internal unease, specifically about belly fat, can manifest in very tangible ways during moments of closeness. A woman might find herself feeling acutely self-conscious when undressed, a time that ideally should be about connection and pleasure, not about critical self-assessment. She might instinctively reach for a sheet to cover herself, or subtly adjust her position to hide her stomach, not out of a desire for a particular kind of touch, but from a place of discomfort with her own body. These actions, while born from a place of vulnerability, can inadvertently create a barrier, however unintentional, to full emotional and physical vulnerability with a partner, making it harder to truly let go, be present, and fully embrace those precious moments of shared intimacy. Beyond the more general feelings of self-consciousness, a deeper anxiety can take root. The fear of how our partners perceive us, particularly concerning areas like our midsection. This isn't always about a partner's actual words or actions. Often it's an internal fear, a worry that they might be harboring unspoken judgments or comparisons. This fear can be incredibly potent, creating a sense of apprehension that casts a shadow over potential moments of connection. It can lead to a hesitation in initiating intimacy or a reluctance to fully participate, even when the partner is, in reality, deeply loving, supportive, and entirely non-judgmental. The mind in these instances can become a powerful architect of perceived rejection. This concern about a partner's view of her body can become a significant barrier to true emotional and physical closeness. Imagine wanting to reach out to express affection, but being held back by a nagging voice wondering, what do they really think when they see me like this? This internal dialogue can be exhausting and can chip away at the spontaneity and joy that intimacy should bring. Even the most reassuring partner might find it difficult to fully break through this wall of fear if it's deeply entrenched. It's a poignant reminder of how our internal landscape can shape our experience of love and connection, sometimes leading us to anticipate criticism where there is only acceptance, the inner critic, negative self-talk, and internalized shame. The presence of belly fat, or indeed any aspect of our appearance that we've been conditioned to see as a flaw, can unfortunately trigger a relentless stream of negative self-talk. It's like having a harsh inner critic who constantly whispers damaging narratives. I'm not sexy enough, I'm not attractive with this stomach, or I really need to lose weight before anyone could truly desire me. These thoughts, repeated over time, do more than just cause fleeting moments of sadness. They begin to erode our fundamental sense of self-worth and desirability. This internalized shame becomes a heavy burden, making it incredibly challenging to feel deserving of pleasure, affection, or even simple, uncomplicated closeness. This internal dialogue of inadequacy can make it profoundly difficult to fully enjoy or even permit intimate experiences. When the mind is preoccupied with perceived flaws and feelings of shame, it's almost impossible to be present in the moment, to connect authentically with a partner, or to receive love and affection without a filter of self-criticism. Intimacy, which should be a source of joy, connection, and affirmation, can instead become another arena where these feelings of not being good enough are amplified. The tragedy is that this shame is often entirely self-generated, yet it feels so real and powerful that it can effectively shut down the capacity for joyful, uninhibited connection. The unfair mirror, comparisons to media ideals or a younger self. In our visually saturated world, it's almost impossible to avoid the constant stream of images portraying bodies that are often heavily edited or represent a very specific, often youthful ideal. Many women find themselves consciously or unconsciously comparing their current real bodies to these manufactured images, or perhaps even to their own bodies at a younger, perhaps thinner stage of life. This constant comparison inevitably creates a stark and often disheartening contrast, fostering a sense of dissatisfaction with how they look and feel in the present moment. It's a comparison that is rarely fair, as it pits reality against either an illusion or a past that cannot be reclaimed in the same form. This focus on perceived flaws highlighted by these unfair comparisons can significantly reduce one's ability to be truly present and engaged during intimate encounters. Instead of fully immersing in the sensations, emotions, and connection with a partner, the mind might drift to thoughts about how her stomach looks or how she wishes she looked different. This internal preoccupation acts as a thief, stealing the joy and depth from moments that are meant to be shared and savored. The focus shifts from connection with another to dissatisfaction with oneself, making genuine embodied pleasure a far more elusive experience than it needs to be. The withdrawing heart, avoidance of intimacy altogether. For some women, the discomfort and distress associated with their belly fat and the subsequent impact on their self-image can become so overwhelming that they begin to avoid physical closeness or sexual intimacy altogether. This isn't a conscious decision made lightly, but rather a gradual retreat, a protective measure against the vulnerability and potential for negative feelings that intimacy might expose. What starts as a subtle hesitation or a preference for the lights to be off can, over time, escalate into a more significant withdrawal from physical connection. This avoidance can become a deeply ingrained pattern born out of a desire to shield oneself from perceived judgment or internal shame. This retreat from intimacy, while perhaps offering a temporary respite from uncomfortable feelings about one's body, can have profound and lasting consequences on relationship satisfaction and emotional closeness. Intimacy is such a vital component of connection for many couples, a way to express love, reaffirm bonds, and share vulnerability. When this avenue of connection is diminished or closed off, it can lead to feelings of distance, misunderstanding, and loneliness for both partners. This, in turn, can unfortunately reinforce the very feelings of inadequacy or disconnect that an individual was trying to avoid in the first place, creating a cycle that can be difficult to break. Reclaiming joy, moving forward with love and acceptance. These conversations about self-image and intimacy are so vital, and I truly hope that exploring these aspects today has brought some comfort and understanding. It's a journey, isn't it? Learning to navigate the world within ourselves, especially when it comes to how we feel about our bodies and how that impacts our connections with those we love. Remember, the feelings we've discussed are shared by many, and acknowledging them is the very first step towards a more compassionate relationship with ourselves. To help you, no matter what your age, please find our book, Body Image and Weight Loss, on Amazon. It will truly help you to cope with your feelings, understand what was behind those feelings, and move forward happily. It's a touching and very moving book, filled with insights and gentle guidance that I believe can make a real difference in how you perceive yourself and approach your well-being. It's about finding that path to moving forward with happiness and self-acceptance, Thanks everyone for watching this video, for being part of this community, and for allowing me to share these thoughts with you. Please subscribe if you haven't already, as we'll continue to explore meaningful topics together. And it would be lovely if you left a comment below sharing your thoughts or experiences on this subject, if you feel comfortable doing so. Your voice is so important. Take care, everyone, and be kind to yourselves.